Hello, and welcome to a special edition PHSD TV's newscast. I'm Terry Reed.
And I'm Deja Thornton. We're coming to you live from the 2014 Broadcasting Camp, made up of 6th through 9th graders wanting to learn more about television news. Many of us were fortunate enough to get some great broadcast experience at the Platte County Fair. Our first story combines the Demolition Derby, a raffle, and a great cause. Terry Reed and Olivia Bueller have more on that for us.
To some people, this old derby car looks like a piece of junk, but it's making miracles for others.
We started the foundation after I was diagnosed when I was 14 with melanoma. And we started the foundation because when I was diagnosed, no one really knew what it was and none of my friends knew. So I was a freshman in high school when that happened, and so we started the foundation so we could spread the word about what it was.
In 2012, a family gathered to form a foundation to fight melanoma.
So if there's 20,000 people that will come to the fair this week, over the week, 5,000 of those people will be diagnosed with melanoma at some point in their lifetime.
But why raffle the car at the fair?
We are raffling the car because we think of events that would raise awareness with the younger generation because they are most likely to get melanoma if they are burned really badly when they're younger. So the Derby car is a good way because what teenager wouldn't want to drive a car in the Derby? And you're not responsible for the car, you haven't paid the money for the car, so you buy a raffle ticket and if you win, then you get to drive the car during the Derby.
But some ask, how do you prevent melanoma?
Always wearing sunscreen every time you're outside, at least 30 SPF. If you've had moles that bother you or that you think don't look right, go to a dermatologist and get them checked. That's the #1 thing because you can have it and not even know you have it. And no one is exempt from it. So it doesn't matter what skin color, race, ethnicity, anything. Anyone can get melanoma.
Along with Terry Reed, I'm Olivia Bueller reporting for Channel 18.
Who let the yard dogs out? We may never know. But we do know the Platte County Fair let them in to play some tunes. Deja Thornton, Emery White, and Katie Cramp have more for us.
When you're at the country fair and you're not watching the motocross or riding the rides, you can take a look at some of the music.
Band name is the Yard Dogs, and this version is a 4-piece, which is called Yard Dogs Light, just a 4-piece of our regular full band.
This group is called the Yard Dogs. They are a band of 4 and consists of Roger Rahm, the lead, Sandra, his wife, Chris, and Joe.
Our band has been together for 14 years. We just love playing music and getting out, seeing our family and friends, and having a good time with it.
Their biggest support is their family and friends. Their family has been listening to them ever since they were teenagers and have been supporting them ever since.
We play music from every decade, from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and so we've got bands throughout there. But clear back from Elvis and the Rolling Stones and the Beatles, through the 70s and the Eagles, and then we go on into Tom Petty and even current stuff, Matchbox 20 and so forth. So we play music from just about every decade.
So when you go to the fair and need a place to cool off, just find the Yard Dogs. I'm sure they will satisfy your ears, along with Katie Cram and I'm Emery White for Channel 18.
Well, so far, this broadcast has been as easy as riding a bike. With that being said, we will go ahead and let the others ride the dirt bikes. Trey Shears and Drew Brady have more on the Daredevils of the Dirt.
It may be the first year motocross appears at the Platte County Fair, but it is not the first for these two boys.
I started riding about 3 years ago, and this is my second year racing.
I started when I was 4 years old. I've probably raced over 100 races, and everyone's been a great experience.
No matter how much experience you have in this sport, there are always consequences.
The most dangerous part, I don't know, I guess pushing yourself past your limits.
My favorite part about motocross is probably the thrill that goes along with it, you know, just jumping, going fast, the competition.
There's always a fear of possible injury, but an inspiration put a spark in their engine.
My dad inspired me to do motocross, and also I saw it on TV, and it was a great looking sport, so I was like, hey, I'll do it.
What inspired me to do motocross was, well, I've always been on a power sport vehicle. Like, I've been on a four-wheeler since I was 2, and I don't know, I've always loved riding, so I just decided to race dirt bikes, and that's landed me where I am today.
As Connor Dittmer and Michael Morrow continue their journey, they will only go up from here. I am Traber Shears alongside with Drew Brady, signing off for the Southside Scoop.
And we have some great features on today's show, so let's get right into it. One of the first things we did were on-location reports about the different vacations each of our students took. Let's take a look at some of the cool places we've been. I am Tara Reed with your summer vacation report on location in Branson, Missouri. For most people, Silver Dollar City is known for their spectacular shows, but Olivia knew she had better fasten her seatbelts. Olivia Bueller rode up high and down low on the roller coasters in Silver Dollar City. She got to drive go-karts all day and even made a few hole-in-ones during mini-golfing. While she was there, she got to have outstanding food like Tater Twist. This is Terry Reed reporting for Trojan TV News. Back to you in the studio.
I'm Alicia Stout with your summer vacation report on location in St. Louis, Missouri. Picture yourself in downtown St. Louis with nothing to do. Well, Deja was stuck in this situation, but she turned it into one of the most fantastic vacations she's ever had. Deja went to a beautiful tour of St. Louis under the sunset and even saw fireworks at midnight in the world-famous St. Louis Arch. Deja then ended her vacation with a bang after going to a packed party in a spiral-shaped hotel. She can't wait to go again. This is Alicia Stout reporting for Trojan TV News. Back to you in the studio.
I'm Olivia Bueller with your vacation report on location in North Carolina. Terry went to a place where she could watch fish swim and swim with the fish at the same place. She was brave to swim with the fish because the fish brush up against your legs. Terry swam every day in the ocean when she was in North Carolina. Her family went to the World War I museum. She wanted to learn about World War I. She shopped a lot and got a lot of clothes. I bet she has too much clothes in her closet. This is Olivia Bueller reporting for the Southside Scoop. Back to you in the studio.
I am Michaela Mead with your summer vacation report on location in Colorado. Get your life jacket on and take off down the rapids of the beautiful river. You should do this because Anders Runyon loved water rafting with his family and went down the Arkansas River. He said it was very fun to do this because you get to enjoy the rapids and flows while you go along the river. Anders said it was very scary but also very fun and awesome. This is Michaela Mead reporting for the Southside Scoop. Back to you in the studio.
I am Jake Evans with your summer vacation report on location in Colorado. In Colorado, not only can you go whitewater rafting, but you can also hike up some really tall mountains. Trey Shears did both on his vacation. Trey did something that most people don't. He got to hike up Mount Chavano and go whitewater rafting with his Boy Scouts. This is Jake reporting for Trojan TV News. Back to you in the studio.
I'm Kyle Finch with your summer vacation report on location in Orlando, Florida. Sunny beaches, sunny skies, and exhilarating rides waited for Drew on his trip to Orlando. Drew got to experience SeaWorld and Disney World. He tells me his favorite ride was the Expedition Everest. This is Kyle reporting from Trojan TV News. Back to you in the studio.
I am Traber Shears with your summer vacation report on location in St. Louis. There are many great things to do in St. Louis, among the most popular, going to see their local baseball team, the Cardinals. Jake Evans saw the Cardinals on his vacation, which he just returned from weeks ago. Jake watched the team hit a home run while enjoying a hot dog from his outdoor seat in the stadium. However, Jake is from Kansas City and is loyal to their home team, the Royals, so going to see a rival team is a rare occasion for Jake. He and his family all enjoyed their vacation. This is Traber Shears reporting for the Southside Scoop.
Delicious peaches and big braves, that's what was in store for Kyle Finch during his vacation in Georgia. I bet Kyle was happy after filling himself with Chinese food when in the city they stayed in Savannah. He also visited his aunt and her 4-year-old son on vacation. And he probably felt proud of himself for giving their son his first signed baseball glove. The thing Kyle favored the most about his trip was relaxing and soaking up rays on the beach. This is Drew Brady reporting for the Southside Scoop. Back to you in the studio.
I am Deja Thornton with your summer vacation report on location in Destin, Florida. Florida has many interesting things to do, like surfing, but Alicia found an even better way to spend her vacation. Alicia went to Destin, Florida and had the best vacation ever. She went ski boarding and even went on a dolphin cruise. She also went to a bowling alley where it was ocean-themed and sharks eat the pins. On the 4th of July, Alicia saw the beautiful fireworks over the magnificent ocean from her hotel room. This is Deja reporting for Trojan News. Back to you in the studio.
Hi, I'm Aiden with your summer report in Orlando, Florida. Across the globe, people rely on their own forms of transportation, by foot, in cars, and even by horseback. But how many go with riding fish? Emery White traveled to Orlando and rode a dolphin on a road trip of her own. She befriended Jenga here at SeaWorld, and once the dolphin trusted her, she was being whipped around holding on to only a fin. Emery claims that this was the most fun she's ever had in the water and hopes to do it again sometime soon. This was Aiden reporting for the Southside Scoop. Back to you in the studio.
I'm Emery with your summer vacation report in Galveston Bay, Texas. On average, there are 16 shark attacks every year. Our very own Aiden Espinosa had an encounter with one of these creatures at Galveston Bay in 2013. Aiden and his family took a family vacation to Galveston Island, Texas. Aiden was taking his baby sisters to play on the beach when he saw a shark swimming in shallow waters. Aiden snuck up on the shark and caught it with his bare hands. This is Emery reporting for the Southside Scoop. Back to you in the studio.
I'm Anders Runyon with your summer vacation report in Lolo, Montana. Michaela has gone past the boring and dull plains of Kansas City, and her family went on a spectacular hiking adventure. While in the Rocky Mountains, they hiked up steep and scary trails, but enjoyed pleasant views of animals and landscape. She says it was one of the most amazing things she has done in a long time, and hopes to come back soon. This is Anders from Trojan TV. Back to you in the studio.
Well, it sounds like everyone's had some fantastic travels and great weather while they were there. Speaking of weather, we've got the forecast for you right now.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Finch with your weather. In the KCI area, 71. Park Hill South area, 76. Olathe, 76 as well. And Lee Summit, 75. Mostly clouds in this area, nothing much. Now for our 3-day forecast. Wednesday, the high is 87, low is 70. Thursday, our high is 85, and low is 65. And on Friday, the high is 88 and low is 68. That was your weather with me, Kyle Finch.
With your weather report today. It looks like yesterday was the hottest day of the year, so hopefully it looks like we're going to get some relief today. Let's check it out. So in KCI, we have about 71, looks nice. Here in South, it's 76, the same in Omaha. In Lee Summit, it looks like 75. So temperatures are pretty nice, not super hot. Now let's head on over to our radar. So it looks like mostly clear skies with not that many clouds, but just a little bit of clouds here and there, a light cover. Let's head on over to our 3-day forecast. So today it's looking like the high is 87 and the low is 70. Tomorrow it's looking high of 85 and the low is 65. And on Friday it's going to stay about the same temperature and a high of 88 with a low of 68. So pretty nice temperatures for the rest of the week. That was Alicia Stout with the news report. Back to you in the studio.
Hey guys, I'm Jake Evans here with your weather report. We are coming off the hottest day of the year yesterday. Now let's go to your current conditions. Here up in KCI, it's 71. Here at South, it's 76. Down in Lee Summit, 75. And over in Olathe, it's 76. Now it's time for the radar. There's not much happening here, just clouds going around. Doesn't look like it's gonna rain or anything. Time for the 3-day forecast. Today, high of 87, low 70. Tomorrow, a little cooler, high of 85, low 65. Friday, high of 88, low 68. So those are pretty good temperatures, not in triple digits, which is great, no rain. So that was your weather. Back to you in the studio.
Hi everyone, I'm Michaela Mead with your weather report. And we're coming from the hottest day of the whole year. And hopefully this next week we'll have nicer weather. Now for our current conditions. At the KCI, there's 71 degrees. South, there's 76 degrees. Olathe is 76 degrees as well, and Lee Summit is 75 degrees. Now for our radar. It's pretty nice today, but it's partly cloudy through this area. And now for a 3-day forecast. The high is 87 today with a low of 70. Tomorrow is a high of 85 with a low of 65. And Friday there's a high of 88 with a low of 68. This is Michaela Mead with your weather report. Back to you.
Hi, I'm Anders Runyon. I'm here with your morning weather. Let's go to our current conditions. Here at Park Hill South, we have 76 degrees. At KCI, 71. Out west in Olathe, we have 76. And down in the southeast, we have Blue Springs with 75. At least Summit, I remember now. All right, now we have a radar. We have mostly cloudy skies today with a little bit of cloud cover. We won't get any rain today, though. Let's go on to our 3-day forecast. On Wednesday today, we have a high of 87 and a low of 70. On Thursday, tomorrow, we have a high of 85 and a low of 65. And on Friday, we have a high of 88 and a low of 68. All right, back to you at the studio.
Hey guys, it's Aiden Espy with your weather. Yeah, yesterday we're coming off of the hottest day of the year. I mean, I really wish I lived in an ice cream truck. So, let's hope it cools off and let's take a look at what's happening right now. All right, so up in KCI, we've got 71 degrees. Over here in Olathe, that's 76. Down in Lee Summit, that's 75. And then right here in the studio, we've got 76 degrees. All right, now how about that radar? All right, so we've got some clouds coming in, rolling out. Gives us partial coverage, but no rain. It should be a pretty nice day. All right, now the rest of the week. So we're looking at 87 degrees and 70, and a low of 70 on Wednesday. 85 is the high on Thursday with a low of 65. Then Friday it warms back up to have a 88 high, and a low of 68. All right, so that's me, Aiden Espy, with your weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, guys. Katie Cramp here with the weather. So we just came out of the hottest day of the year, and we're going to take a look at our current conditions. Here down at Park Hill South is going to be 76. Up at KCI is 71. Down in Olathe is going to be 76. And up down in Lee Summit is going to be 75 too. So now we're going to take a look at our radar. We don't have any rain chances, just partly cloudy, clouds covering the area, so that's a good thing. And again, we just came out of the hottest day of the year, so the weather today is supposed to be really nice. Let's take a look at our 3-day forecast. Today on Wednesday, our high is going to be 87, our low is going to be 70. Thursday is going to be 85, just a little cooler. Low is 65. And then on Friday, we're going to warm back up with the high of 88 and the low of 68, bringing us into a warmer weekend. All this week is going to be partly cloudy. Thank you. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, you guys. Now with our weather. Today should be very nice, considering yesterday was the hottest day of the year. So let's get to our weather. Current conditions. In the Park Hill South area, it's 76 degrees, as well in the Olathe area. In the KCI area, 71 degrees, and in the Lee Summit area, 75 degrees, which is very nice as well because, again, yesterday was the hottest day of the year. Now to our radar. As you can see, there is no rain chance, which is very nice. Only clouds just spreading across the area. Now to our 3-day forecast. Today, the high is 87, the low is 70. Tomorrow, the high is 85, low is 65. And for Friday, going to the weekend, the high is 88, the low is 68, which is going to be very warm for the weekend. And all throughout the week, it's going to be partly cloudy. Thanks, you guys, for watching. Now back to the studio.
Hi, I am Emery with your weather here. Now for our current weather. Here we are, 76 degrees. Lee Summit, 75 degrees. Olathe, 76 degrees. And KCI, 71 degrees. Now for our forecast. As you can see, there's no rain and a few scattered clouds there. And the 3-day weather. Wednesday, low of 70, high of 87. Thursday, low of 65, high of 85. Friday, low of 68 and high of 88. Thanks for watching. I'm Emery, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, guys. I'm Trey Brashears here with your weather. We just came out of the hottest day of the summer. Let's hope we can get it to cool off a bit. But before we can look at that, let's look at current conditions. Here at South, it's 76 degrees. Out here in Lee Summit, 75. Over in Olathe, 76. And up at KCI, it's 71 degrees. That's always looking good. Let's look at the radar. We got some partial cloud cover. Doesn't look like any rain coming. We could have some rain. Rain is always nice. Unfortunately, we don't have any coming. So let's look at the 3-day forecast, see if it can cool off a bit for us. Today it's high of 87, low of 70. Tomorrow, Thursday, high of 85, low of 65, cooling off a bit. That's always good. And on Friday, high of 88, low of 68, warming back up. But let's hope it doesn't get back into those triple digits. Thanks, guys. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, guys. I'm Olivia Bueller here with the weather report. Yesterday was super hot. Today's going to be a little bit nicer. Let's go to the condition. So all the way up here is KCI. It's going to be 71 degrees. Over here is Olathe, 76 degrees. In South, it's 76 degrees. In Lee Summit is 75 degrees. Let's go to the radar. So it's going to be partly cloudy, but we don't want to enter those triple digits. Let's go to the 3-day forecast. So Wednesday, it's going to be partly cloudy, but high 87 and low 70. On Thursday, it's still partly cloudy, but high 85, low 65. And Friday is high 88, but low 68. Partly cloudy. Thanks. I'm Olivia Bueller, and back to you at the desk.
Thanks, you guys. This is Terry Reed with your weather forecast. Yesterday was the hottest day of the year. Will it cool off? Will it still be in the triple digits? I don't know, but first, let's take a look at the current conditions. Here at the Park Hill South District is 76, up in KCI 71, Olathe is also 76, and Lee Summit 75. Let's take a look at the radar. As you can tell, there's no rain in sight, only clouds everywhere. So, let's take a look at the 3-day forecast now. Today, the high will be 87 and the low will be 70. Tomorrow, high will be 85, low 65. And Friday, the high will be 88 and the low will be 68. Every day is partly cloudy. We may get up in the 90s over the weekend. Thanks, and back to you at the desk.
Thanks, guys. This is Drew Brady signing in to give you this week's weather. Now let's start off with our current conditions for the week. Right here near downtown, it looks like it will be a good 76 degrees. Up in KCI, it looks like it's a cooler 70 degrees up there. Over here, it's Olathe, and it's same degrees as here downtown, 76 degrees. Down in Lee Summit, it's a bit of a change with 75 degrees. These temperatures are pretty good considering yesterday was the hottest day of the year. Now let's get into our radar. It looks like there will be no rain for the weekend. However, there will be a bit of scattered cloud covers. Now let's take a look at our 3-day forecast. Okay, today our high is an 87 degrees with our low being a 70. Tomorrow, Thursday, looks like our high is an 85 degree temperature with our low being a cool 65 degrees. Friday, it looks Our high is 88 degrees with our low being 68. Thank you, and this is Drew Brady signing off. Back to you at the desk.
This warm, clear weather gave us the perfect opportunity to film our high school helpers and their hobbies. They learned to film from different angles, transfer clips to computers, edit them, and create their first news package. First up is the counselor we like to call the harmonica guy. Anders Runyon and Aiden Espinosa have more for us.
Blues at lunch and folk at dinner. You want harmonica? Cole's your man and folk at dinner. He uses music to express himself and is bringing back the blues. He uses music to express himself and is bringing back the blues.
It's a very enriching experience because basically I was new here last year. I had no friends. I was starting a brand new life, clean slate, no fights, and I didn't want to start out as the loner, the kid who never really anybody knew. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to be the guy everybody knows and everybody legitimately likes. So what better way to do that than a harmonica? And I was like, so I brought it one day, just started going, and everyone just started crowding around, and all of a sudden I became this minor celebrity, and I was enjoying it. And I very much enjoy it. It's a very rich sound. It's a very gritty and American sound. Yeah, people. Sometimes I think you're just being suck-ups, but I really like the fact that people are able to appreciate something other than just pop or rap. I mean, like, I got a friend named Kyle Sims, and he's a fantastic singer, but he will appreciate anything involving good old-fashioned American music. So he very much likes my harmonica playing. Most of the time, I think they're just being.
Cole's bringing back the blues and making sweet music while doing it. This is Anders from Channel 18 News.
Another high school helper, Chris Dennis, is hoping to rock out like George Harrison one day on his guitar. Kyle Finch and Jake Evans have more.
Park Hill senior Chris Dennis has a love for music and an even bigger love for playing the guitar.
What inspired me was listening to a lot of old songs like the Beatles and Led Zeppelin, and I just thought playing those kind of songs would be cool.
Dennis has only been playing for a year now and has enjoyed every second of it.
It's fun to play. It's just something to do in my free time. It's something to learn.
Excelling in not only the electric but also the acoustic guitars, Chris does have a preference.
I'm playing in my band. I'm definitely going to play electric. That way I can be as loud as they are and play over the drums. But if I'm just playing by myself, I like to play acoustic because it's a lot softer.
Being discovered isn't Dennis's first priority, though.
It's just something I like to do, but if somebody recognizes it and wants to make something out of it, I'm not going to say no.
Remember the name Chris Dennis. You may see it in lights one day. I'm Kyle Finch, along with Jacob Evans, reporting.
From the stage to the field, our final feature is on Schaefer Shoots, a Park Hill South student with a love for football. Michaela Mead and Alicia Stout have more.
This is Schaefer's last year of football and is hoping to make the best of it.
My freshman year, I was the first freshman to ever start varsity for Park Hill South, and so there was a lot of expectations for me at a very young age and at a young start.
Schaefer is just a leader on and off the field, so in school he's getting the grades he needs to. He's leading by example on and off the field. I like that. It's a good quality to have in a person.
August of last year, Schaefer was severely injured in the Blue Spring game.
I got my surgery in November, right after the season. I was in that sling for quite a while, I think about 3 weeks, and that's when I kind of started doing some physical therapy. And I just now am really starting to gain some of my strength back.
Schaefer plans to continue football after high school.
Right now it's looking like I'll probably fall at a Division I AA school or a Division II school in the area.
He'll do really well his last season. I mean, he did really well his freshman and sophomore year. I mean, he was the first freshman starting quarterback.
This has been Alicia Stout and Michaela Mead reporting for Channel 18. Back to you in the studio.
For learning all these skills in just 2 short sessions, I think we did pretty well, don't you?
We did! We'll be able to bring these skills back to our schools and contribute even more to our broadcasting programs.
Well, that's all we have for today. I'm Deja Thornton.
And I'm Terry Reed.
One, two, three, go broadcast!